We have now arrived at our last quarter for this week, and that is called Chit Chat with Manoj. Our emails indicate that Chit Chat with Manoj is a popular and well-received segment in our community. The host, Mr. Manoj Singh, is the founder and CEO of Caesar Productions. I like his motto. And did you say, what is that? According to this gentleman, quote, "Life is short, so be happy and live it to its fullest," unquote. Apart from his motto, who is his guest today? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's discover together.
Hello, welcome to Chit Chat. I'm Manoj Singh. Hello, Adab, Namaste. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, bullying in school. And hopefully the parents are listening and they can invite their kids also to listen to this important topic. It is real. Please recognize it, listen to your children, and it has long-term consequences. So joining me for this discussion today are two professionals. On my left, a well-known psychotherapist, Sangeeta Mehra. Welcome.
Thank you.
On my right, a school teacher, Gupta, a recognized school teacher in chemistry at the Montgomery County Public Schools.
Thank
Welcome,
you, Manoj.
Anu.
Thank you, Manoj.
So let's start with the basic. To both of you, how do you define bullying?
Manoj, first of all, I would like to tell that there are three words that are associated with bullying, and those are harassment and intimidation. And as I teach in Montgomery County Public Schools, so I will go back and forth with the data of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And as we have in the books of Maryland, and what it says is bullying, harassment, or intimidation is it's an intentional conduct. It can be verbal, it can be electronic, it can be written, it can be physical. And it hampers the school environment. It creates a very hostile school environment and hampers the student learning. And by verbal, I mean all the derogatory terms, the teasing, threatening, very strong word. It can be electronic, which is a big time now, which we call as a cyberbullying. And it is by the social network sites, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and physical is like hitting, pushing each other. So, and all these kind of bullying, harassment, or intimidation that these words are we refer to, they have maybe a different definition as compared with the as far as the psychologists are concerned. So I would like Sangeeta also to tell us more about this.
Well, it's what we define bullying as is aggressive behavior. It is exerting power over someone else, and what we're seeing is it's not limited to student to student. We're seeing it among adults. We're seeing it among the teachers bullying children, or even in the workplace. We're seeing it in the home, in the soccer field. So bullying is this aggressive behavior towards someone else, and it has long-term effects that start as early as kindergarten or preschool. We've even got studies to show that children under infant age are showing aggressive behavior, and it needs to be addressed immediately when you see it, to teach the kindness and respect.
I think you touched upon some of the topics we are going to discuss today, but do you want to be more specific about what constitutes bullying?
Okay. So, you know what, it can be motivated or acquired physical characteristics that we can relate to race, religion, sexual orientation, gender. These are like the major or broad categories that we refer to, that lead to all the behavior that just Sangeeta mentioned.
You want to add anything?
What constitutes bullying? It's just feeling the other. When you don't belong to a social group or you don't conform to social norms. The LGBTQ community, we see a lot of bullying. We see bullying in certain social clubs. The drama club, for instance, may be in school system, we're talking specifically now. The drama club children may be bullying the sports teams and vice versa. Certain children who take certain subjects, the other children will bully them or intimidate them and isolate them. And it's that isolation that we consider bullying is what really affects the child and their growth and development, both physiologically and psychologically.
Is bullying only limited to schools and particular age group, or is it even in going on in colleges or?
Oh, no, bullying is not limited to any age group or any area. And I would say that bullying has now taken a total different form or shape, or actually you can say no form or shape. It can happen 24/7 with the cyberbullying. Your child can be in the room playing the video games and there's a Facebook message or a Twitter or and that can throw him off completely. So as far as the age group is concerned, researchers have shown it's very prominent or very common in from the age of middle school to high school, 18 years old. But as Sangeeta mentioned, it can be in a profession, it can be in the house, the parents bullying a kid, it can be the siblings bullying each other. There are different forms of bullying and at different places. But we are so much connected with the technology now, the cyber bullying is really taking the toll.
Sangeeta, you want to add?
Bullying, what we knew bullying as rite of passage, a lot of parents, that's what they think it is. We're learning more and more that it is not. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be talked about. What we're seeing with these children are simple things like texting. Cyberbullying, of course, we know that's huge. There are a lot of websites now on the internet, where social media, where you can make remarks about somebody's photographs, and those things can be life threatening to some of these children who are worried about their self-image at that time, their low self-esteem. They become very anxious, they withdraw from society, they don't want to go to school. We see a lot of truancy. And these are just, as I said, just these are the psychological effects. The physiological effects are huge. Some of these children want to commit suicide. Or we have a lot of children that are BODs, what we define as better off dead. They just don't want to be part of society.
It's like you see, it's a very important topic, and hopefully you'll be talking to your children about it. What is the process in schools for handling bullying complaints or cases?
Thank you, Manoj, for bringing this question. And it's a very important question, and everybody should know that what help is available to us. So, I'm happy that Maryland is one of the 7 states that passed a very comprehensive law against bullying. And this law became effective in July 2005. So basically this law does not even what are the actions against the bullying, but it also has detailed procedures for the prevention of the bullying. And in the prevention of the bullying, I would like to mention we have there are detailed programs for professional growth for the teachers and the administration that are ongoing and continuously revisited. There is community awareness programs that the schools are supposed to conduct, so that the families are aware of the problem and the consequences and where to go for help, what resources are available to them. And the third prevention that the school system that follows is building up teams of the students that they can have mutual respect to each other. The programs are geared towards mutual respect. They are like show them or the bring up the topic of sensitivity to diverse cultures that we live in, or even acknowledging that that it is okay to report the cases of bullying. And also, the last thing that I would like to mention is collaboration with the mental health professionals like Sangeeta.
Correct. So I have two-part questions to you. I know you might be getting a lot of referrals from school when they recognize it as this person needs really a professional help. What they can't just do it with the school help.
Right.
So what are the psychological impacts also of bullying?
Well, Manoj, in the mental health field, we're concerned not just by the bullier, not just by the person who's being bullied, but the bullier. The perpetrator is just as important that needs help. So once the school has recognized that there is a bullying going on, usually there's a process, as Anu explained, they have a process that they go through. The counseling department gets involved in that. They then refer out to the mental health professionals for the bullied and the bullier. And then we take over from them and help the child to reach a well-rounded state of being so that they start to feel stronger and we start to work on their strengths. Mental health professionals really work collaboratively with the school system and the teachers and the parents. So it's the parents, the teachers, the students work together with the mental health professionals to build self-esteem, to reduce anxiety and pull up those strengths that child needs for both. Because as we say, the person who's perpetrating the bullying has got aggressive and anger that they are not able to use anywhere else.
So how can students avoid getting bullied?
Well, there are a lot of things that one can do in the school system, allowing them to be part of a variety of clubs, letting them find a group that they fit in best. Be it music, be it art, be it sports, academics, teams. Allow them to find their own space, helping them build their strengths and not pull on their weaknesses.
And maybe both of you can add, what can parents do? I mean, where do they fit into this?
Yeah, and I would like to continue first with Sangeeta's thing, and then I will take up this question. That there are a lot of range of interventions that is available, that the school system does. And also there are consequences and remedial actions that are in place. So not that after and anyone can actually report the problem anonymously. So then there's a whole series of process that's taken place, and then the psychological department is consulted and it's collaborative effect taken. Now the second part is, what is the question again?
Basically, what can parents do?
Yeah, parents, they play a big role. And I personally feel the parents are the first line of defense for the kid. Every parent knows the child. That's the best they know the child. The thing is that they need to know or notice any changes in the behavior of the child, be it aggressive behavior or depression, change in the eating habits,
Right.
or sleep disorders. And once they recognize or see those changes, then they need to talk to the student or the parent or the child. They need to have that communication line open. Don't shut it down. Don't there is a problem. So we need to realize, the parents need to realize that don't say, oh, this kid, okay, you'll be okay. There's no problem there. We need to realize that there is a problem.
Yeah.
And
So I wanted to just add there that what we don't see is a lot of self-harm that these kids are doing. There's a lot of cutting going on, and parents dismiss that. And some of these kids are cutting their wrists and they're cutting hidden places, their stomach and things, and we don't think of that as something that to worry about. It's definitely a worry. Suicidality is a worry. There is also a bullying.gov that the school system has put out that you can go, and it walks people step by step, parents and students and teachers, how to prevent bullying, what is bullying, the definitions, and how to get help. So it's very, very methodical the way they approach it. So it's well worth visiting that website, bullying.gov.
So yeah, like as Sangeeta said, like there are a lot of cutting going on, and self-harm is going on. So as parents, we need to recognize that. And also, what most of the time parents think is, okay, it'll be over. And they think, oh, if we make this like a documented, then my child is never going to go to the college or will never succeed. So but the child need help. So we need to help the child first and then see what the consequences are going to be.
Correct. And some of these records are not are by law not revealed. I think the most important part in this is to seek help. And particularly in South Asian parents, they are conscious about it, but it is very important that you seek professional help. Bullying, I mean, there is no winner in this, whether it's the bullier, the bullied, or even the bystanders. They all need help. They need to seek help. And I'll end. It was a very important topic. Thank you, both of you, to coming on my show. I really appreciate that. I will read two quotes which I was reading. I realized that bullying never has to do with you. It is the bully who's insecure. This is said by Shay Mitchell. She's a Canadian actress and model. Unless and until our society recognizes cyberbullying for what it is, the suffering of thousands of silent victims will continue. Anna Maria Chavez, she is the CEO of Girl Scouts of USA. Thank you all the best, and like I always said, life is short, have fun, and no regrets.